KJI, I'm Liz Simpson.
I'm Mr. Bass. So it's Genius Week, and that's why Liz is here.
That's why you're here.
Oh, that's why I'm here for Genius Week. And we have a story with the academic team, and our own Saber Atkins caught up with Spencer Farthing to talk about the academic team.
Spencer, how long have you been on that academic team?
Well, I've been on an academic team for 4 years. This is actually my fourth year on varsity as well, and the second year as team captain of varsity.
Take us through some of your past experiences with the academic team.
So in my freshman and sophomore year, we actually won state, which was super cool. We moved through regionals and we got to state, and we didn't know how we were going to do, and it was actually the first time anybody or any team from our high school has won state for academic team, and that was a really cool experience, and hopefully we can duplicate that again this year.
How does the competition work?
So you have 2 teams of up to 7 people, and there are 4 people playing at any given time for each team. So you have 4 rounds. The first and third round are 20 toss-up questions, which can be any category ranging from like geography or science or reading or just literature. And then the second and fourth quarter are lightning rounds. So there's 1 minute you have to answer 10 questions, and I like those a lot.
What are your expectations for this year?
This year, I'm hoping that we can win state again. I'm really confident in our group that we have. It's a lot more diverse than we had last year, and I'm really excited to see how we're going to do.
Is there any type of strategy with moving players in and out of the game?
So you kind of learn what people are good at and how often the questions that they're good at are going to come up. So if we have somebody who knows a lot of sports, we have a lot of sports questions, so we want to play them during the toss-up rounds and just things like that.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Sabra.
All right, now on to sports with volleyball. We had several games this last week playing some of the top teams in the state. We went 3 teams, lost 3 of those games in close battles, and then next week is senior night, Tuesday night. We will be broadcasting that game starting at 6 p.m.
And in fast pitch, Saturday and Sunday, they had a tournament at Edmond North, losing 3 out of 4 games.
As we know, football lost a heartbreaker to Dell City, first district game of the week, but we got district play tonight against Putnam City. So make it out to that ball game. It's a short drive, and we got one more thing. CJ, where did CJ go?
CJ.
Where is he? Do you know
I
where
didn't
he
do
is?
it. I didn't do it.
Okay, I think CJ is at Nakoma Park Middle School, and we're going to send it over to CJ to close this thing out.
Hi there, my name is CJ Craig, and we're here with Miss Worley at Nakoma Park Middle School to ask some questions about middle schoolers coming into high school. Now, Miss Worley, what are some things middle schoolers should expect coming into high school?
You know, coming to high school is a whole new world for most students. They have a lot more freedom and flexibility. You get to choose your classes. There's a lot more electives, a lot more student choice. Being around students that are driving and serious about college and making plans after high school is a big transition.
So what kind of classes will be new to middle schoolers who are coming to the high school?
Well, I think they'll be really excited to find out if you've already discovered what your passion is. You can spend about half of your day on whatever your passion is. If you love science, you can take biomedical program, or you can just enroll in a lot of elective science classes. Or if you're really interested in sports, you can take weight training and PE, and then your competitive sports. If you're into filmmaking, or you're into stagecraft, or you're into drama, there are a lot. You get to spend about half of your day doing the things that you're really passionate about. If you haven't discovered what your passion is yet, then you've got a little bit of work to do your freshman and sophomore year to kind of figure out maybe what that looks like by exploring different options and taking different electives to see what you're really passionate about. Most of our student body, in fact, probably close to 85% of our students are involved in some kind of extracurricular activity, like ROTC or yearbook. We have a sign language club. Lots of options, and most of our students are involved in something.
Yeah, so is there any advice you would give to middle schoolers who are coming up to the high school? How would you help them with that transition?
Well, the first thing I would say is you're going to be in great hands at the high school. We have a lot of expert teachers that love their job and are very passionate about what they do. And I think I think they'll be pleasantly surprised at how many options we have, but also the expertise of the teachers and sponsors for the different programs that we have. There'll be a freshman counselor that will come in the spring and talk students through what classes they should take in the high school. We'll have a freshman orientation where they'll get to come to the high school building, walk around the campus, so they can learn how to navigate, the different buildings on campus. That is a big transition for freshmen sometimes. It's just the size of the campus and the various buildings that we have. Other advice would be, if you're a freshman and you want to jump into taking a bunch of electives, you might want to think about taking the summer strategies class. During the summer, that frees up one more elective for you as a freshman. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And I really firmly believe that Choctaw High School is the best high school in the state. And I think that the incoming freshmen have a lot to look forward to.
Well, thank you so much for your time. That's it for right now. Back to you guys. Welcome to KJI. My name is CJ Craig.
And my name is Ray Quanstein.
And we're here at Nakoma Park Middle School today to talk to Mr. Ingram and Miss Winters. So we just have a few questions about their Genius Week that we have going on here at MPMS. So what can you tell us? What is Genius Week?
Genius Week is actually Genius Hour. It's a new electives program for Nakoma Park Middle School. We added 22 electives. We also brought remediation into that. It's called enrichment. We got to remediate kids that have not passed the state test as far as state testing is concerned. So during this Genius Hour, kids are being remediated in math, English, and science. And while we do that, we have 5-week rotations where the other kids that have passed the test can pick approximately 22 electives they can do in these 5-week rotations.
Awesome.
The whole idea behind Genius Hour is to give kids choice into what they want to learn. So we have done interest inventories and pulled kids just to say, what are the things that you're interested in? So some of our Genius Hour classes are things that they would never see inside a regular classroom situation. So some kids are studying the history of video games while other kids are learning how to crochet. So the spectrum is huge.
Who is the genius behind Genius Hour? Is it one of you two?
No.
Well, I was kind of the facilitator. About 9 months ago, we had 2 teachers. Actually, one teacher went to the middle school conference. Clark Crawford, he's our 7th grade math teacher. He brought the idea to another teacher, Mr. Dixon, Rusty Dixon. I don't know if you guys had him as a science teacher. They came to me a few months ago and talked to me about it. Initially, I'm pretty cautious about decisions. I kind of want to know more about it. We met as a staff several times, trying to convince the staff to kind of get on board with this program. It took a little prodding as far as myself being concerned, getting the faculty interested in it. We've met probably every 2 weeks for the past 6 months trying to plan this. It's evolved into, first it was for 0 hour. We're going to have zeros. Kids with zeros are going to go to it, then we change it to remediation as far as getting kids to pass the test. It was a long process. I think if we would have just thrown this out to the faculty in a week's time, I think they would have probably revolted and it would have been successful. It's been going on for a couple of weeks now. It has been pretty successful from this point.
How do our students participate in Genius Hour?
So the students are given the opportunity to sign up for the classes that they want to take every 5 weeks. So they sign up on a Google form. All of their options are listed there, and they can choose their first choice, second choice, and third choice. And the hope is, with several rotations in a year's time, eventually they're going to get to see 3 of their favorite classes at least throughout a 5-week rotation. Hopefully they'll get 5 of their favorites, but we're doing our very best to give them the ones that they want the most. And those students are hopefully signing up for the things that they are interested in learning more about, rather than signing up for other things that they have to sign up for other reasons. For example, like the teacher that they like, or the kids that they want to be involved with. That takes it all out of the equation. They're really just they're signing up for the things that they're interested in subject-wise.
And what do you have to sign up for Genius Hour?
What do you have to do? Students are all, we're really blessed here at Choctaw Nakoma Park Public Schools, and a lot of our classrooms are now almost one-to-one. So we have Chromebooks in a lot of our classrooms, and they're using Google to sign up for those classes with Google Forms, making it really easy for teachers to place students where they want to based on those choices that they've made.
Well, I definitely wish that I had Genius Hour when I went here.
Right.
We're getting to the end, so is there anything you guys would like to add about what's going on here in Nakoma Park?
Everything's going good. We got our highest population as far as students are concerned. We have 701 kids as far as total grade-wise, 248 sixth graders. So we are running out of room. We surpassed Choctaw Middle School, but things are going well this year at Nakoma Park Middle School. Anything to add, Ms. Winters?
One of the things that's really exciting with Genius Hour is watching how, with this first rotation, students are starting to kind of chat about the classes that they have enjoyed and the things that they've loved. And that's kind of pouring over so that the kids who aren't necessarily in those classes they're talking about are like, ooh, I'm totally signing up for that next rotation. So it's fun to watch kind of where these pockets of interest are developing in ways that sometimes the kids had never even thought about that particular idea. We have a class that's going to be taught next rotation called Cupcake Wars, completely based off the TV show. Kids are already excited and buzzing about that one. We have a little buzz going on about the art of war in that class. Like that would be, a history class that we don't normally get to teach at a middle school level because we don't have those kind of elective options. And so it's fun to watch the students kind of talk to each other about, oh, you really want to sign up for this because it's going to be awesome. It's exciting to see.
That's awesome. Well, if you guys have anything to add, please feel free.
Our most popular classes probably so far is Minecraft. That has been highly successful. Crocheting, initially when I first saw it as a choice, I was really worried about it. It is maxed out at the sixth grade level, and it's going around school that it's a very enjoyable class. We got about 10 boys in there also, and they're having a great time in Mrs. Hatter's class. So it's been pretty successful so far.
Well, that's all we have time here at Nakoma Park Middle School for. I'm CJ Craig.
And I'm Raekwon Stevenson.
And we're saluting you goodbye.